Understanding grace, God's unmerited favor. Grace is one of the most profound and mysterious gifts from God. It is His unmerited favor, something we receive not because we have earned it, but because of His love and mercy. Throughout the Bible, we see stories of individuals who experienced God's grace despite their flaws, weaknesses, and sins. This truth reveals that God's grace is available to all, no matter their past. 1. Grace is given, not earned. One of the greatest examples of God's grace is found in the life of the Apostle Paul. Before his conversion, Paul, then called Saul, was a fierce persecutor of Christians. In Acts 9, as he was on his way to Damascus to arrest believers, Jesus appeared to him in a blinding light, saying, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?" Acts 9 verse 4. Despite Saul's past, God chose him to be an instrument of the gospel. He was given a new name, Paul, and became one of the greatest apostles of Christ. This story teaches us that grace is not based on our righteousness, but on God's plan for our lives. Paul later wrote, "By the grace of God I am what I am, and His grace toward me was not in vain." 1 Corinthians 15 verse 10. Lesson. God's grace is greater than our past sins. He can transform anyone into a vessel of His glory. 2. Grace covers sin but calls for change. The story of the woman caught in adultery, John 8 verses 1 to 11, reveals another hidden truth about grace. The Pharisees brought a woman to Jesus, accusing her of adultery and demanding that she be stoned. Instead of condemning her, Jesus responded, "Let him who is without sin among you be the first to throw a stone at her." John 8 verse 7. One by one her accusers left. Jesus then said, "Neither do I condemn you, go and sin no more." John 8 verse 11. This moment captures the essence of grace. It does not ignore sin, but it offers mercy and a chance for transformation. Lesson. God's grace forgives, but it also calls us to live a changed life. 3. Grace provides beyond what we deserve. In Luke 15, Jesus tells the parable of the prodigal son. A young man demands his inheritance and wastes it in reckless living. When he is left destitute, he decides to return to his father, hoping to be treated as a servant. However, his father runs to him, embraces him, and throws a grand feast to celebrate his return. This story shows us that God's grace is extravagant. The son did not deserve to be welcomed back, yet the father lavished him with love. Lesson. God's grace restores and blesses us beyond what we deserve. Grace is the undeserved favor of God that transforms lives, forgives sins, and provides for His people abundantly. No one is beyond the reach of His grace, and He offers it freely to all who come to Him. Let us receive His grace with gratitude and walk in the new life it brings.